when you're winning. Get a goal, it's just the beginning. You gotta sing when you're winning. Everywhere you go. Everywhere you go. You gotta sing when you're winning. Get a goal, it's just the beginning. Sing, sing when you're winning. Everywhere you go.
Hello and welcome to episode 57 of the Sing When You're Winning, a Fantasy Football League oddity podcast featuring distant cousins of podcast royalty and a very special guest this week who we will reveal very shortly. But waiting in line for the podcast to run this week, it's myself, Jamie, we've got Steve, we've got Jersey Chris, and for the second week running, we might have Lee. But this week, it's as weak as ever. It's episode 57. So I want to know, which one of Heinz 57 varieties do you enjoy the most? I'm joking. I mean, you can answer that if you want. Seriously, though, lots of people are calling Rob Edwards, well, lots of Burr fans, are calling Rob Edwards a bit of a snake this week. And as this Friday morning, or a couple of days before this Friday morning, he has signed now officially for Wolves. So is there any player or manager for your respective clubs you support that you've never forgiven for doing something? I mean, I'm not saying I wouldn't forgive Rob Edwards, to be fair. A lot of Borough fans hate him. I just think, to be honest, I think it's a win-win for us. We get £3 million or whatever the compensation is, and he was starting to get found out a little bit, and he's gone, and we might get someone in better who sees the job through. That's my view. But lots of people are hating on him. But anyway, over to you, Steve. You look poised, ready to answer that question.
Do I? I'm poised. All right.
You do look poised.
I was just trying to work out what you were going to, my favourite snake or something.
No. I was asking, which player or manager have you never forgiven? You could also mention, do you like Heinz ketchup? I mean, you throw that in.
No. We'll get into that. I don't know. I suppose the obvious ones are Cantona and Alan Smith and Harry Kewell for going to Galatasaray, I suppose.
Okay.
But I don't actually hate them and never give or whatever, because Leeds was probably just a bit of a mess at the time, especially Alan Smith. They had to go somewhere, and Man United were willing to pay up front in cash or whatever. So
fair enough.
So there you go. But
some fans just like the drama, though, don't they? They get really excited about it.
And you do when you were young. I probably hated them all when I was a bit younger, but now I don't care.
Yeah.
It's a mature, sensible attitude, that.
It is very mature. I thought the same about Viduka when he left Middlesbrough for Newcastle, because that was purely for money, and he was quite honest about it. he was like, "Yeah, I'm going to go and get some more money up the road."
Yeah, but if Leeds weren't skint, Viduka had never gone to you either. So,
well, yeah, exactly. It's the way the world goes in the world of football. And our special guest spoke a little bit there, so we'll introduce him very shortly. But we will bring in Jersey Chris. How about you?
Yeah, same as what Steve said. Like, Harry Kewell was my favourite player. I absolutely loved him. When he went to Galatasaray, it was just, what are you doing? Mm-hmm. But I would say Rafinha going to Barcelona. I can't believe he left us to go to that club. That Tin Pot club.
Who'd want to go and play?
I remember George Graham, to be fair, really annoyed me. Going to, where did he go after Leeds? Was it Spurs?
Tottenham, yeah, he went to Tottenham.
And that worked out for us because Olivier did really well, but yeah, I was really, really annoyed about that. It's like, why would he go to Spurs? Obviously, being an Arsenal manager.
Yeah, you wouldn't have thought Arsenal legends would go to Spurs, really, would you? But no.
I had a dream about David O'Leary last night as well.
Oh, okay. Do you want to mention it?
Yeah, we don't need to unpack this.
What was your Thursday night dream?
Well, I mean, I hadn't been drinking or anything either, but it was a really vivid dream, when you're just dreaming, and every time you wake up, you fall asleep and go straight back into the same dream again. It was weird.
Yeah, good when that happened.
Would you have him back now after over Farker?
I was somewhere random, and David O'Leary was having a drink with George Harrison outside a coffee shop. So I was walking, and then I was trying to find Nick somewhere to say, "There's David O'Leary there having a coffee with George Harrison." And then the next thing, George Harrison was in a pub playing a gig, and I still couldn't find it to say George Harrison's singing in there.
Yeah.
And then he only did one song and buggered off, and she missed it.
And did you then meet her to tell her that she missed
it? I don't even know where David O'Leary went.
You've got to love dreams like that. If anybody listening in is a dream doctor or a dream interpreter and they want to let us know what that means.
I mean, we do have doctors in the group, apparently.
Well, yeah.
prescribing morphine to play Malik.
Well, yeah, the WhatsApp group went all very interested, didn't it, this week? At one point, I was like, "What are we reading here?" Exactly. So, but yes, hopefully, Big Lee is recovering well. Is he been back at Leeds? Then is he off at the moment as the announcer, or has he not had any home games?
I think he's still on. I've not been recently, so I imagine he's still there.
Yeah.
Just shouting a bit louder because he's in pain.
Well, yeah, exactly. Coming on next is number 9, something like that. Anyway, moving swiftly on, let's meet this week's guest who's been waiting patiently. So he's a Manchester United fan, so he loves this pod. Absolutely loves
best pod ever.
And the way we respect his beloved club. He's in his 5th season with Sing When You're Winning. And let's give his best mate is Lee, who's not here, which is a bit disappointing this Friday morning. But let's give a warm Sing When You're Winning podcast welcome to Coll Jenkins. Woo!
Hey, thank you very much.
Finally.
I know, yeah. You were running scared for 5 years.
Yes. Well, we've only been doing the pod for 57 episodes. But
oh, well, there you go, then you see.
But it's all good stuff. But how are you doing this Friday morning?
Can't complain. Just to answer your question before, Mark Hughes was my answer.
Okay. Wow.
Loved him as a player. Absolutely loved him as a player. But when he run down the touchline celebrating a City goal against Man United, he was dead to me.
Oh, okay. I don't recall him doing that, but I can imagine you being.
Yeah, when he was manager of Manchester City, just running down, celebrating and whatever. I thought, that's you've tarnished your book here, So that was my answer anyway.
Yeah. No, it's a good one.
Yeah, not bad. I mean, at least I don't have to look forward to listening to this on a Friday morning now because I've already listened to it.
Do you not want to listen to it back?
I don't know. It
depends. What bits are edited out and all of that?
Well, I was going to say, is there a list of words and pronouns I can't use on this pod?
I mean, at my discretion, I will edit out whatever. But if you swear too much, it'll just get an E on it.
We see Adam Devlin set the trend. I was watching that and I thought, right, precedent's set here now.
But most people don't. But if you feel the need to get a bit colourful with your language, then we'll just put a big fat E on it.
It's my Irish heritage. I'm blaming it on that.
Is what we'll say. But you're doing well so far. We're 7.5 minutes in. I've not needed to think about bleeping yet, which is good.
Thanks very much. Yeah, very kind of you.
But yeah, so welcome, Coll. You're manager of Real Sociable Dad.
Yeah, we don't talk
about that. Are you a
that.
Real Sociable Dad?
Yeah, very much so.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm as you can see, I've got a glass of Malbec here. I'm quite happy. I'm being very sociable. So yeah, I am.
And we were just off air talking about the darts as well this Friday morning. So yeah, you're a big fan of that as well, aren't you?
Huge fan.
You've got your darts set up behind you as well.
Yep. Normally when my lads finishes work, we'll have best of 5. I remember I hit my first 180 a few months ago. And it's the first one we've had on the dartboard, and he actually jumped up celebrating me. And as he jumped up, he fucking shouldered me in the gob and just like my teeth went through my top lip. So that was it. Mouth ulcer for 2.5 weeks. But it was a nice experience to get a 180. Completely fluked it.
Yeah, good stuff.
But yeah, I love the darts. Just like the excitement of it.
Yeah, no, it's great, and obviously, the Grand Slam's on this week ahead of Ali Pali. In a month's time as well. Yeah. It's the best time of the year for darts as we get into November and December. But let's have a look at your stats then.
No, do we have to?
We have to, yeah. You're in your 7th FPL season. So although you've been with Sing When You're Winning for 5 years, you're in your 7th FPL season. And your stats are as follows. At 21-22 season, you finished 7th. Then in 22-23, you were 16th. Then you were 15th the year after. Then you did all right last year, got up to 8th. But you are currently 20th and rock bottom.
Yeah, now I'm getting trolled by the chairman.
Oof.
Well, you were getting sacked by the chairman last week, weren't you?
Do you know? I'm gonna go out on a limit. I'm not going to get relegated.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm going out on a limit. I will not get relegated.
Excellent. This is what we want to hear.
Coops is going to get dragged into it. He can't get out of it now. It's a whirlpool.
Yeah.
And he's I think I'm gonna leapfrog him as well. That'd be nice.
Well, he's running scared, isn't he? Clearly.
Well, he's not here, is he?
Haven't seen him on the pod for 2
No,
weeks.
and I thought he'd be on here to actually, take the piss out of me for falling asleep at the Magic Mod gig.
Well,
oh mate, it really was horrendous.
Have you got any defense about that, or are you just absolutely pissed because Man
Solid.
U?
I just watched United absolutely smash the Vermin. I was really happy. You know what I mean? And it was just one of those things. We were out from about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and the gig wasn't till 7, maybe
Mhm.
7:30.
Yeah.
So we'd been on it. It just went a bit crazy, and we got in there. I was very giddy. I was very hyper, and it was one of those things where you just sort of like you find yourself watching. Next thing you're like that.
Did you get told? Did you get told to be quiet, or were you not being loud? Or you were just sleeping? Was that the problem?
He
Or were you
called.
getting a bit-
Well, I had that like what they call a micro nap, and then he called me a C bomb.
Yeah, we won't be saying that word.
No, I wouldn't say that anyway. But
Yeah.
he just he said, "Is that C bomb asleep?" And Lee just went like that, "Wake up!" Like that, so I did. Yeah.
And did he know that you were from the,
Oh, yeah.
the league at the time?
Oh yeah.
All right.
It's gonna haunt me. It is, But listen, I'm 61, nearly 62. So you know what I mean. I'm putting it down to my age and early onset.
Yeah, you go out for a few drinks. That if you start at 2, bloody hell, that's the equivalent of being like 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning at your age.
Exactly. There you go. There you go. You see. There you go.
Good stuff. Well, let's
Ben's
have a
coming on in a few weeks as well, so.
Oh,
Is what?
Brilliant! Ben's going to be on.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
We'll ask his what he recalls of that game. Cannot wait for that one.
We'll all try and stay awake.
Yeah. You should do that. You should all fall asleep.
Maybe should, yeah.
Did you recall any tricks that he did without
Loads.
giving
It
them
was
away?
brilliant.
Obviously?
He's genuinely the best compliment I can pay him. He's like Tommy Cooper.
Yeah.
He is. He's just, his interaction with the audience and the way he does his sleight of hand and things like that is just incredible. It's really good. I've got no talent whatsoever. I mean, swearing's a talent, so I've got that. But I mean, he's really good. He's good at his craft. He's honed it. He's just, he's a joy to watch. And, if the tickets are cheap, it's a bargain night out.
Yeah, he didn't do York or Leeds though, did he? I think the closest was Newcastle, and that was on a Sunday afternoon at like 4 o'clock.
I don't think he did Yorkshire at all, did he?
No,
See, I should have gone at the 4 o'clock one. I'd still been awake.
Yeah, he did. He did a 4 o'clock in Newcastle, and I couldn't quite make it work. I was thinking because that was the closest I could probably get to be fair. But anyway, when he comes back on, we'll tell him he has to do something in Yorkshire next time. That'll be good. Right, we're just gonna have a quick look at your team, Coll, given that you are bottom of the pile, but I don't think it's that bad, to be fair.
So I made the decision of taking a -8 last week because I've gone the whole season without Haaland, purely and simply because I don't like him.
He speaks very highly of you.
Well, I don't care. But I just know that anytime I play anyone who's got Haaland as captain, I'm in for a rinsing. So I just thought I'm just gonna have to take the hit here. And made a few sacrifices and managed to get him in. I wouldn't have even got a draw. I mean, against Richard last week. So who knows? Let's see. I'm looking forward to the AFCON when I've got 5 free.
Yeah,
and I can have a bit of a rebuild. But yeah, it's just it's been doing all right. But Brian's been doing fine. All the midfield's doing great, but everywhere else is just pants.
Yeah, I mean, looking at your team, you've got Dubravka in goal, who he can. Some weeks he does really well, but no keeper's doing particularly brilliantly this season, similar to last year. Your defense, you've been unlucky that Gabriel and Calafiori and Senesi only got you 1, 1, and 2 last week. In other weeks, they'd score you quite high. And then you've got Semenyo again, 0.
Yeah.
So, what are your chances of getting a 0 with him? Grealish has been quiet for a couple of weeks after we were bigging him up for a while. People might want to look to start getting rid of Grealish, to be fair. He's not scoring.
Well, I think he's on the way out.
Yeah, he's not scoring as much. And then Ekitike 1, and then obviously Haaland, even by his standards with missing the penalty, still got you 8 as a captain. So yeah, I don't think and you had Van den Ven on the bench, which, I mean, he only got 1 on the bench, so it probably wasn't a bad call, but you've got him to bring in, haven't you? So
listen, you talk to me like I know what I'm doing.
We're trying to give you some tips here.
No, honestly, I mean, I love all these things that Steve sends out in the group or whatever. Oh, look at this. This is advice. This is good things to do. And I just think, nah,
Oh, no, we don't send advice.
I just You know,
We
You
just
can't advise
ridicule
anybody.
people in lists that say things like who's.
Yeah.
I've got I think I was up there with the most points on my bench so far this season, which
Yeah.
wound me up massively to see
Oh,
that.
good.
Yeah. I was like,
yeah. I love a good
thought it
stat.
was-
I do love a good stat, Steve.
But like I say, though, now we said last week, 10 games in, everyone's starting to get the same team out. So like Coll's struggling, but his team looks all right, really, doesn't it?
Well, that's the only thing I didn't want to do at the time is just have the usual suspects of Salah and Haaland, because I think you negate each other. So that's why I thought I'll go rogue.
But look where going rogue gets you.
Well, but listen, isn't it a roller coaster? How good is it?
I mean, yeah.
You know?
I'd rather be like looking up. Sorry, not looking up. I'd rather be up rather than at the bottom looking up, as it were.
But then you don't get to do press conferences and send to Steve like I do.
Yeah. Well, we've not had any voice notes for a couple of weeks now. We need to get them back.
I was drunk that day.
I don't think we've had any, have we, again this week?
Was a bit, no, you'll get text ones until I'm drunk. It's a good, unless it's a good result, then like say against Leeds and whatever, then you'll probably get one when it's Leeds.
Well, I'm hoping over
you'll get one that day. Don't worry about
that. I'll say it now. I fancy that to be the big result that Leeds get over Christmas and New Year.
Really, that would be nice.
Yeah, 4th of Jan.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely.
Oh, who mentioned? Is it the who was the guy that scored in the cup on the second or third? That's it, Beckford. Yeah, happy Beckford Day. That was it. I don't know who put that, but I was there at that game. It was awful.
No, as a neutral, it's great. Just going to tell you that, Coll. No. I remember exactly where I was watching on the telly. It even sticks in my brain. Anyway, we'll move swiftly on and we'll have a look back at game week 11. So the sheep, the people that everyone is piling on, the Roofs in goal. Everyone's going for him, or more people going for him. Gabriel in defence. I piled into him, but again, he scored nothing last week, or just 1 point. And Buemo, everyone's jumping on. And Thiago, must have been because we had that conversation last week about getting him in teams. Everyone's piling on him as well. I wish I had. Steve, you said you did.
I did, yeah.
I wish I had. I almost did.
Very pleased.
And then I was like, oh, no. But anyway, and then
get out of my club.
People are now getting rid of Pope. Burn again, Newcastle defense, get rid of them. Kudos, because he's injured. You've still got him in your team, Coll. You need to get rid of him.
I know. I'll wait till I can do a transfer. But
you need to get rid of him. Rudy Voller is the other one that people are now getting rid of again, because he's had a couple of average weeks. It's since I signed him. He's been bad. But praised by the chairman, Eds Chesters, well done. 64 points, which in any other week might not be that great, but he was in the game week rank of 136,942, which is very impressive. So in the top 150,000 there. And sacked in the morning, and it's the man who wears no pants. It's Stu Kelly, 27 points, and was game week ranked 11,200,017th.
Oof.
Which is pretty low. But Coll, you did get 25
I was just above him
after a -8. you weren't far off. But we couldn't have had you sacked in the morning in 2 weeks in a row. I think that would have been, and that would have been rude, especially as you were a guest this week. So
yeah, and technically it was because he took a -8, wasn't it?
Yeah,
so
it was -8.
You did get 30 odd, really.
Yeah. So Stu, get your pants on and sort it out. Right, let's go to Steve though for a proper Sing When You're Winning game week 11 review.
Right, so it's the last international break of the year now, thank God, and then before we have the mayhem up to Christmas. The average score, as you just mentioned, it was a low scoring. Average score was only 38 this week. Mm-hmm. Eds was the top scorer in the Premier League, is 64. Beat Paul Chambers Tonner, who only got 29. Not very good for Paul. Eds has message to say, though, that he's a bit of a dip. That's his first win for a while, but he's saving himself for the Champions League, which starts in 5 weeks' time.
Oh, yeah. We'll have to do a feature on that at the time, won't we?
Yeah, he says he doesn't mind if he gets relegated, but he's going to put all his eggs on the Champions League. So
good stuff. See
how that goes. Next high score was for me, 60 points. Ooh. Thiago, double for me there.
Yeah, class.
I beat Tom Bird, who got 45. Andrew Chester won the basement battle with Tim Ward, 44-26. Adam Devlin won again, 52-32 against Steve Taylor. But Rich Archer kept up behind him in the league. He beat Nikolai, but a very low score in 39-36, which I think Nikolai was thinking he'd just sneak that one, but he hadn't done, sadly. And Ben Shire's 1 pointed, Chris Dawkes 44-43. League table wise, Adam Devlin is top with 30 points and he's now ranked in the world 3,596.
Wow.
Oh,
Very good.
Good points tally for Adam. Rich Archer second, 27 points. Third is Mark Summerton, 24 points. And then me with 22 points. Down at the bottom, Steve Taylor's got 9, Neil Martin's got 9, but the bottom 3 are Nikolai Costa-Waldau with 9, Tim Ward with 6, and still rock bottom of the league is Chris Duhamel with 6 points. Adam commented to say things are shaping up nicely for him. Andrew Chester said he needed that. And Chris Payne and Mark Somerton will both bemoaning the missed penalties of Haaland and Semenyo to cost them their games.
No one could take a penalty on Sunday afternoon. It was shocking.
No. Championship then, a surprisingly high score from Graham Swan, who got 60 points to beat Rich Pipes, is 36. Ross Millard got 59 as he beat Alistair Griffin's 31. That let Joe Derrick pull clear at the top there. He beat Carl Sewell 56-39. Stu Dunn beat Lee, who we don't know where Lee is.
Are you all right, Lee? If you're listening, let us know you're all right.
Lee only managed 30, so he wasn't much better than the new Coll this week.
No. But I took a hit.
You did.
That's true. Andrew Clancy, 1 pointed Phil Pinder, 39-38. Jamie, you beat Michelle, 44-34.
Yeah, I knew I would lose going into the game if I didn't play my free hit, and if I hadn't played my free hit, I would have lost. But there you go.
And I think she had. Was it Gakpo came on, and if Gakpo hadn't come on, she'd have had Ballard with 10 points on the bench. So
I was very lucky that she put Ballard on the bench. Obviously, she thought, well, they're playing her boys Arsenal, so she must have thought, oh, he's not going to do well. And then he scored. He had a great night. So yeah, I was lucky.
And Coll, you got 27 to lose to Rich Lay's 35. League table wise, Joe Derrick's top with 30 points. Next 5 points behind now, Alistair Griffin, 25. And the playoff teams are Alex Renton, 24, Henry Mullen, 24, Lee Nicholson, 20, and Phil Pinder, 19. And down at the bottom, we'll include him for you, Coll. Lee Cooper's 5th from bottom now with 13. Graham Swan's got out of the bottom 3 with his win. He's got 10 points. And Michelle has now fallen into the relegation zone. She's got 9. And I think she's lost about 6 games in a row now. Then Rich Pikes with 9, and rock bottom is you, Coll, with 6 points.
Look forward to playing next season, Chris.
Yeah, because you're staying up. You've said.
Yeah, of course I am. Yeah, it's starting.
I'm staying up as well.
Oh,
I'm definitely staying up.
Here we go. We've heard it here, folks.
Comments wise, we had Joe, who's top, who's concerned that everybody else in the top 11 hasn't really used any chips yet. Don't know what's
They're
going
running
on
out of time, though. They haven't got loads.
Why aren't they? Yeah.
Chips.
So they could all
on
catch him. Swanee said the How's That Juggernaut is now on the ready to roll. And he also said that now he's out of the bottom 3, it's on to Europe.
Good stuff.
Although I think he's going to Australia.
He is. He's going to be doing the Ashes and stuff, isn't he? So
yeah, in fact, he's on very soon. Either next week or the week after. I think
we've got him the week going into the Ashes. So
live from Australia.
And also, I'm a Celeb. Or is he going to do I'm a Celeb? And he's not told us. Is that
maybe? Yeah, maybe. Yes,
secret.
And Coll commented as well. He said the only solace for him is that Lee is in free fall.
I feel like we should sing a bit of Top and Petty on his behalf. Anyway, that could be his theme tune.
That could be a great theme tune.
In League One, the high score was Pete Martini with 53. Unfortunately for her, Sophie got 50. She was the 3rd highest score in that division, but lost again. Vicky Sparks continued her climb. She beat Craig Wilson 52-41. Top of the table, Ben Halliwell beat Tim Bresnan 45-38. And there were tight games in the rest of that division, but quite low scoring. Mike Bushell beat Jonas Rodamo 35-33. Mark Morris beat Ben Hope 38-36. Grace beat Nathan Clark 42-39. And Steve Wybrandt beat Nigel Clark by a point 38-37. League table-wise there, Ben Halliwell is now 6 points clear, and he's probably going to run away with that because he's running away with all the divisions he's in at the moment. Second, Mark Morris is second. Amazing. 24 points now. Then the playoffs are Mike Bushell, 22, Steve Wybrandt, 21, Grace Maloney, 21, and Dave Atkins with 21. Down at the bottom, just outside the relegation, Jonas Rodamo, 15 points. Vicky Sparks is out of it now, 12 points. And the bottom four, which if Vicky wins next time and they all lose, they're all going to be miles behind. Nathan Clark's got 9, Stu Kelly's got 9, Nigel Clark has 6, and Craig Wilson bottom with just 4 points. That's from 11 games. That's not great, is it?
Do we think, by the way, that Mark is getting help of Adam while the Blue Tones are on tour? Do we think there's any truth in that rumor?
Absolutely certain that Adam would not help Mark.
Yeah, I am as well. So we can start a rumor, but yeah, you're right. That's ridiculous to even think it.
Steve Wybrandt commented he was lucky to win that one, and Dave Atkins simply put, "Yeah, baby."
So there we go.
He's obviously happy to be.
Yes, yeah.
He was relegated last year, wasn't he? So he's probably happy to be winning a few this time round.
Yeah.
Conference League, George, last week's guest. It's a good sign, that, Coll, because our guests tend to win the week after.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. I'll take that.
International week, though.
Yeah, I can't lose then.
Yeah. Could break the curse. George got 62 and he beat Adam Constive. Adam, again, unlucky. He had got 58, which was the second highest score in that division and would have beaten everybody else but lost to George.
He's unlucky.
Frankie Francis got 56 to beat Marty Longstaff in the Mackham Derby there, 56-40. Neil Poynton beat Kevin Sim, 52-48. An in-form Rob Lally beat James Giddings, 52-33. And Adam Pope beat Ian Baker, 35-34. And there was some late drama in that one because on Sunday night when it finished, actually Ian Baker was winning 34-33. But some late bonus points went on Adam's, DEFCON points went on Adam's sub.
You wouldn't be happy, would you?
So he sneaked it, but Adam was on the chat very early in the morning saying it looks like I've actually won. So obviously happy with that. And Chesney lost to his son Indy, 41-36. League tables, George Pearson is now top of that division, third, 24 points. Jack Bandera, his rival there, second on 24 points. Mikey has then got 24 points. Finn Dunn, 21. Joe Singleton, 21. Maddox Jones, 21. And Rob Lally just outside the playoffs, 21. And down at the bottom, Ben Taylor, 9 points. James Giddings, 9 points. Becky Bass, 9 points. And Chesney's back on the bottom with 7 points. George did comment that he felt very sorry for Adam losing that one as the second highest scorer. And Ben Taylor was not very happy that I suggested his team was lowly.
Oh. Didn't like that sort of language.
No. I mean, he's always lowly.
Well, yeah. I thought lowly was only ever used in like Christmas hymns, like the lowly cattle shed. That's the only time I think I've ever used the word lowly ever.
Well, it is nearly Christmas.
It is nearly Christmas. We'll roll it all out again. Anyways, good stuff. So is that the roundup of a game week 11 for this week?
I believe so, unless you want me to make something else up.
No, I mean, I was going to talk about Leeds. I just thought because one of on the WhatsApp,
let's talk about Leeds.
Andrew,
we're going to talk about Leeds.
No, I just thought, are you concerned about Farke given what's happening at the moment? I think it's a bit of an overreaction as a neutral, to be fair. I feel like that game shouldn't necessarily mean he's getting pushed out. Although I did think if you're going to get rid of him now because Borough could have him. But there you go.
That's true, yeah. Well, we're kind of thinking...
Second,
we were bad, yeah.
Awful. They don't want to pay for him. They just looked just didn't want to be there.
Do you think?
Yeah. I think that was probably one of the worst games of football I've seen in a while.
It was
We did.
it was multi-view, so I was flicking around the 4, so I didn't really watch it properly.
Well, it was worse against Brighton, but last week was just it was embarrassing.
Yeah, and
Our better players, Ampadu and Roden, were dog's bollocks.
I think our runs are more concerning with, because this was a little run where I thought if we're going to get any points, it's these couple of games, and then we've got nothing, and now we've got all the top sides. It's going to be a long stretch to Christmas, I thought.
Yeah.
By which time I imagine we'll sack him before January.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like the writing's on the wall, the way all the rumours and stuff. But yeah, we shall see. But yeah, if you do want to get rid of him, I'd quite happily have him at Borough before we sign someone like Gary O'Neill, who I really don't want us to do that. But anyway, we shall see. Anyways, let's look back at last week's fixture predictions. So Spurs Man U, it was 2-2. Steve, you went for a draw. You went 1-1. So you were close with that one. Brentford Newcastle, it was obviously 3-1. I went 3-2 and George went 2-1. So we were close, but everyone went for Brentford wins. So we had we full house there. And then Man City Liverpool, it was 3-0 again. Chris, you and George were close. You both went 3-1. And if that Liverpool goal, which again, let's just touch on that briefly. Why are they whinging so much about that? It wouldn't. I mean, I don't think it would have had much of an impact on the final result, to be fair.
Because
but I'm a big fan of the whole thing. But this blocking the goalie's view thing's a load of nonsense, isn't it?
Yeah.
On Aldridge's tweet, by the way.
No, what was that?
I mean, I don't follow him, but I love seeing his tweets and whatever. But he's making a comment about the whole goal or whatever, and somehow he always manages to get Man United. But it's bonkers. It was a weird goal. But they are.
I'll be editing all this bit out anyway.
Well, you don't want to do that. I've not swore.
Yeah, I know, but I
might be slightly political, but I've not swore.
I'd rather you swear than go political. I'm not even going to lie.
Jamie's very sensitive.
It's got my name on the YouTube. I don't want to get some weirdos.
Just rename your podcast to GB News Football. Fantasy football.
Well, yeah, I'll edit the other bit and keep that bit in, and then that'll confuse everybody, and everyone will be like, "What the hell were they talking about?" So that would be good. But yeah, no, I just thought, it's getting a bit annoying the way it was going on and on the last couple of days on social media about poor Liverpool and this is what really happened at Stockley Park. If they lost 1-0, I'd have got it, but they didn't. They got absolutely smashed. Yep. I think they were well and truly beaten.
Even with the safe penalty, there was, they still kept pressing.
Yeah, I thought City were looking very, very, and I think it was you, Chris, said last week, City just are looking very, very impressive right now. They've going great guns. But can they catch Arsenal? That'll be the thing. Although it was quite funny to watch Arsenal mess it up late on Saturday night as well. So yeah, it's getting interesting going into the Christmas period. I think be interesting to see if Arsenal are still clear by the time we get to New Year. I'm not too sure whether they will be, to be honest. Anyway, let's have a look for this week. Let's predict some football. I know that there's no Premier League, so we're going to mix things up this week. It's a bit of a mixed bag. We're going to start at 3:03 on Saturday. York against Morecambe. There's obviously skin in the game for quite a few teams there with York and Morecambe in the single.
York on fire, are they? York had a good win.
Smashed Rochdale 4-1.
York had a good win 3 or 4 days ago.
Yeah, it was 4-1 the night.
Yes.
Is this Conference North League?
No, this is the National League. There's no North and South for this one. This is what we used to call the conference. Yeah.
And Morecambe are tosh, aren't they? So
Morecambe are bottom. Yeah.
I'm going to go 4-0 to York. Where's it at, York?
It's at York on Saturday.
4-0 to York.
Okay, 4-0.
And the Pierce lad will score 3.
Okay. Coll, what do you reckon?
I have no investment in this whatsoever, but I'm going to York next month, so I'm going to go York 2-0.
Okay, 2-0. You going to York next month? Is that for the Christmas markets, is it?
Yeah, I'm staying at a mate of mine. Then I'm staying in one of these Brew York pubs and whatever, and then,
Okay.
So, but yes, I'm staying there. So I'm going York 2-0.
You're going to go 2-0.
Yeah, don't go for the Christmas markets, Coll. They're awful.
We've got a Prague for that in about 2 weeks, so.
Nice.
York just literally gets too busy around that time of year. You can't move.
It's horrendous. Yeah.
It's the traffic that's the worst. Anyway, I'm boring myself talking about that, but yes, enjoy it when you get there.
Carry on with the predictions.
Chris, how about you?
I'm going to go right in the middle and say 3-0.
Oh,
3-0 York.
Well, I'm going to go silly season. I'm going to say 6-1.
But I'm sure Markham will be well dressed.
Yeah, oh, they will. The script will be amazing. I know
They'll have a lovely kit on.
Yes, the quality of it is phenomenal. And do we know why they're kicking off at 3 minutes past 3?
Because I have no idea.
I thought at least one.
To do with the Scottish farmers? I don't know.
Why would it be to do with?
I don't know. Well, the clocks go back for them, doesn't it? So I mean, I don't know.
I don't know. I queried just to see if I had to edit that bit as well, but clearly not. So that's all right. Digging there, but no, it's 3 minutes past 3 because everyone, I think every team in the National League and National League North and South have signed a petition and got this going to have 3 teams getting promoted from the National League and 3 going down from League 2. So they were all kicking off at 3 minutes past 3 to emphasize that point this week.
Oh,
which I think it's only fair. To be fair, I think why don't you start having get 3 go down, 3 go up?
Yeah,
anyway,
why not?
Yeah,
York missed out because of that last year, didn't
York
would have got promoted last year, wouldn't they?
Yeah, and then they waited about 22 days or something before their last game of the season in the playoffs, so they got murdered because they just had their feet up and all of that good stuff. Anyway, 3 minutes past 3. If there's a useless bit of trivia if you're listening in this Friday morning to tell someone who cares. Anyway, Saturday night we're going international. We're going Greece against Scotland. Anyone care enough to have an opinion on Greece against Scotland?
I'm going to 1-1 draw.
You're going to call straight in there with a 1-1 draw.
Does Scotland need to win to qualify or anything? Or Greece already? What's the league table look like?
They've already qualified for the playoffs, haven't they?
Yeah.
Am I right in saying that? But I'm not sure if they can qualify. They might still be able to, but I think minimum they've got the playoffs, I think.
Oh.
All right.
I'll go 1-1.
Another 1-1, okay.
Oh. I feel like I've just cheated because I've just looked at the group table.
Well, go on. You can tell us.
Well, Denmark top of the group and Scotland are both on 10, so they both can qualify. Greece are on 3 points, so they've only won one game. So in that case, I'm going to go for a Scotland 2-0 win.
I'm going to change mine to 2-0 as well.
Yeah, okay.
To score both
with this new information.
It's in Greece, though. Like, does Scotland travel well?
Tomley probably will now. He's used to that kind of climate, isn't he?
Well, maybe.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm gonna go against the trend. I'm gonna go for a 2-1 Greece victory on Saturday night. And last but not least, Sunday we have the delight to look forward to: Albania against England. So, what do we think, guys?
And is this in Albania?
It is in Albania.
I think we'll win 3-0. Harry Kane will score 2.
Okay. 3-0 victory. Coll, what do you reckon?
Well, I mean, I can't argue with Steve, but I'll just throw an extra goal on there just for shits and giggles. Kane with 2. And who's the keeper? Keeper will score from a header.
I'll tell you what, put money on that happening. I mean, you'd probably get a good price. Or there'll be a free.
No, I'll go 4-0.
You're going 4-0. All right, good stuff. Chris?
I'm going to go 5-0 England, and fellow Channel Islander Alex Scott is going to score 2.
Oh, yeah. Good stuff. Well, we've got 3-0, 4-0, 5-0. Because it's away, I reckon they're going to make hard work of it and win 2-1. But I probably won't even watch it, to be fair, because it'll be clashing with the darts or something like that. I'm going to wait. I'll get bored of England until it's the actual we've had this conversation before. Until it's the actual finals, I can't really be bothered with them.
Of course, England will have played last night, won't they, Jamie?
Yes, of course.
How did they get on? I didn't
It
see
was
it.
boring. It was embarrassing. I tell you, it was embarrassing. I don't even want to talk about it, Steve. Is that
Giving
embarrassing?
caps away now, aren't we?
Yeah, don't even want to talk about how bad it was.
Shocking defeat, was it? Defeat?
I'm not willing to go there. Shocking,
Oh.
shocking. This Friday morning, it's upset my weekend already. Anyway, I'm looking forward to York against Morecambe at 3:03 tomorrow. That's all I'm bothered about. Right, let's have a bit more of a chat with Coll then. So, Coll, you know the drill. You're a Manchester United fan. Why?
I'm indeed. So what? Lived in Manchester now. We live in Old Trafford for the best part of 61 years.
All right.
So
yeah, agreed then. And actually, Man U.
Yeah, I'm a United fan who actually lives in Old Trafford. There you go.
Yeah,
So that's the first.
Yeah.
I'm about 5 minutes walk from the cricket ground, Old Trafford,
Ooh,
and about
good.
10 minutes walk from United's ground.
Excellent.
I suppose like everything else, you start from your parents, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
You know, you follow them. And my mum was more of a match day going red than my dad. My dad just liked going for the beer, and you know they're both Dubliners as well. But I used to love like going to match day and whatever. So I remember my first game. Uncle took me United against Huddersfield in the early 70s. I think Kevin Keelan was in nets.
Right.
And so Bobby Charlton graced the pitch along with George Best and Paddy Crone and stuff like that, and that was it. I was hooked. But I couldn't go to night games, even though I wanted to. I think I got my first season ticket when I was 11. So I went to night games then. That was all right. It was acceptable. Even though my mum got a banning order in 78 for punching a Burnley fan who was sat in the United end. And my mum was, bless her, the tiniest Irish woman I've ever seen in my life. And a Burnley fan was giving it large in the United end. And she lost a rag and she gave him a dig. So, you know, it was, yeah, my dad had to pull her back. And that was it. He said, I'm never going football again with you. But yeah, you know, I just loved it. You know, it is what it is. And I mean, I remember saying to my son when he was born, when he was about 3, I was sat there watching a game and he was sat on my lap and he couldn't really make sense, head and the tail of it and whatever. But he was watching it and thought, yeah, he likes this. It's nice. You know, there's people running around. It's green. There's lots of colour and stuff like that. I think when he was 5, I told him, I said, you do realise you've got to support the same team as your dad, don't you? And he went, why? I went, well, if you don't, you can go to prison, you know. And yeah, that's it. He's a United fan.
Scared him into supporting Manchester United, essentially.
Right, I did. I mean, you know, the worst day of my life though. He played. He was at academy level and as a keeper. He was at Stockport County for a long time. And when their academy folded, he got snapped up by Liverpool. It was the worst day of my life. Absolutely the worst day of my life. He played in the same side as Carragher's young'un, and but he always, bless him, whenever he dressed for a game, he always had a De Gea shirt under his Liverpool shirt. He says, and I kid you not, he turned, there's no way I'm having that shit touching my skin. But yeah, you know, it's just here we are. I mean, I've got mates, you know, I've got mates who are Liverpool fans, I've got mates who are City fans. I don't worry about City because everything they win is hollow, so I don't worry about it. If they win the title this year, they're in there. I'm not fussed. As long as they don't win it, again, you know, even Arsenal, I'm not fussed. But yeah, that's why I'm a United fan. It's where I am. It's where I live. It's what I know.
Excellent. And you know what's coming. What are I mean, you've got obvious highs. Have you got any different highs that are to the norm?
Obviously the highs are pretty obvious. I think probably the greatest night I've ever experienced was United against Roma. Okay. We'd been out. I took half day off from work, and I was meeting a lot of the lads that I know in a local pub around about 1:30, 2 o'clock, and we were enjoying it. We were having a great time, but we were getting incoming intelligence from a friend of mine whose sister was a ward sister in casualty in Manchester Royal Infirmary, saying that there's just ambulances full of Italians coming in, which was, I thought, was, you know, but it was just carnage. It's absolute. But then when you get to the game, I've never seen anything like it. You know, bless it, your lad Alan Smith. You know, I couldn't have been happy for the lad. He'd had that injury against Liverpool, and he come back with that goal, and you could see the delight in his face for scoring his second goal, the second goal for United in that game. It was just everything they hit went in.
Yeah,
you know, And I watch it, and I've listened to the commentary many times, especially when Everett scored and whatever. And they said, "Oh, it took a deflection." It never took a deflection. You can look from behind the goal. It was just a great strike. It was just everything. Carrick, what a ball player. He was just, it's like Tiger Woods with a foot. It was just magic.
Yeah.
So I think that for me was probably one of the highest things I've ever gone through.
Good stuff.
I'm coming out totally euphoric. Even the Barcelona game afterwards, when Scholes scored, it didn't. It was great because we got to the final, but it didn't reach that level. Never reached that level.
Good stuff. And what are your lows then?
Getting beat by Leeds day after New Year's Day. So I'd say that for you guys here, just to make you feel happy. I don't get really wound up about football anymore. I'm not for a long time. I just think, I do love taking the piss out of my son because he was going out with a girl who's a Liverpool fan and they're watching a game. I think they spanked us a couple of seasons ago, about 6 or 7-1. Ridiculous score. And I could see him getting more and more agitated every time, and she was just sat there very smug. And I kept winding him up, going, "You do realise, now they've scored 5. If we don't score soon, we're going to lose this," like that. And he's just looking at me, going, "Hey, shut up," like that. But I don't really think. I wasn't really savvy enough to understand the relegation with Dennis Law, and the bottom line is, the more you read about it, Dennis Law never relegated us. It was already done. Results had come through.
Right.
But as we all know, Man United sells clicks, sells papers and stuff like that. But it's probably last season, actually, the Tottenham game in the cup final, that was a low. Because they were dog shit. They really were.
That was 2 bad teams, wasn't it?
But there was only one team trying to win it. And it's a bit like Lee going on the chat this week saying that, typical Man United, we had half our players out and whatever. Well, that happened to us last season and the season before. But you get on with it. That's what you got a squad for.
Yeah.
Stop moaning.
Last season was a low, though, wasn't it? The whole of last season was a low, surely.
Yeah, pretty much. But, I don't blame Amarin at all. And obviously, I've listened to loads of pods and whatever. I don't blame him because he's inherited something. If, had it have gone to plan, he would have come in at the start of this season. And then you start building from there. But no, they wanted him. They wanted him before anyone else got him. I think he's doing a decent job. I think the players are starting to buy into it. You can see that. And the recruitment and the back end recruitment is, they're getting it right. A couple of midfielders, I think, we were shocking after Casemiro went off. You bring Ugarte on, who is, I'm a better footballer than him, and I'm fat and old. But you brought him on, and he just let players go past him. So it is. But hey, we live to fight another day. Bottom line is, I'm not getting relegated this season. All right.
Yeah, I think that could be the title of this week's pod.
Yeah.
Or is that just a statement about Manchester United?
Well, United aren't getting relegated. I'm going Champions League this year.
Really?
I'm going top 4.
Nah, no way.
Well, okay. I'll save this and I'll keep.
Yeah, you save it because
I'll save it and soundbite it.
Stop short of saying something stupid about what I'll do if you make the Champions League, because that could come back to bite me.
No, go on. Listen, that's how you make yourself famous. Put your balls on the line there. Go on, lad.
I'm not putting my balls anywhere on this podcast, I tell you. Anyway.
Thank God.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's going as well. Moving swiftly on, as I like to say. Next question then is following on from last week when we had George as guest. What's your favourite book at bedtime?
I don't listen to podcasts.
You listen to podcasts?
Yeah, I'm blind as a bat. So when I go to bed and I turn the lights off, there's no point in me. I can't read.
Okay.
Although to be fair, Lee bought me a book actually called The Dead Good Book or whatever. It's about like music, so I plan on reading that at some point.
Right.
But no, I listen to podcasts. I just like to be, it's basically white noise for me.
Okay.
So I listen to things like Shag, Married, Annoyed, or things like that and whatever, because it's easy. It's dead easy to listen to, and I think that So yeah, but no, I don't read. I don't even read papers or anything like that. Don't read online. No point.
Fair enough. Good stuff. Well, stick
that
to
really was meat on the bones for you on that question, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was great. I tell you. Basically, I don't read. I think you stopped short of saying I can't read, which would have been
No, I can read, just don't want to.
would have been more of a headline.
Yeah. I've even stopped reading Steve's tweets to me now, or messages to me.
Good stuff.
Well, when you're not getting relegated, that'll be fine, won't it? I won't have any need to.
No, honestly, he just tries chipping away all the time.
Yeah, it's his job.
But I think we can keep going back to those quotes, can't we, from Chris and Coll all season, can't we? Every time they lose and they bottom.
Yeah, they both said that very clearly.
I find it really bizarre, actually, that I never would have got bonded to somebody who's at the bottom of the league that's a Leeds fan. It's really scaring me now, and I've lost the whole concept of what football's all about.
Yeah, I thought this was about being beef, not you two having a bromance on this.
Well, I'll be at Old Trafford early next year for our game, and I'm going to be in your end as well because I'm going up with my mates. And
listen, I'm not going, so you're not going to be in my end. It just depends. But yeah,
he's editing that out.
I might keep that. Also, you're traveling up to is that Manchester for a weekend then? With your mates?
Yeah. There's about 5 of us, and I'm the only Leeds fan. So yeah,
I couldn't do it. We've had this conversation a million times. How you could go in the Man U end for
they want to get a train from London up to Manchester with all the other Man United fans.
Yeah, there'll be loads. Yeah, it'll be packed with them.
Exactly. Listen, you'll be all right. Be safe. You'd be safe. I did it at the Derby at Main Road years ago when they beat us 4 or 5-1. And I got tickets for me and my uncle from Banbury in the Kippax. And I've never been so scared in all my life. Actually, I tell a lie. I was at an Old Firm game once. That was quite scary. But in the Derby, the Kippax, when it was just frightening. It was just mental. Carnage. You'd be all right now. It's all desensitized now, especially at Old Trafford. It's crap.
Yeah, and you've got a Jersey accent, so you'll fit right in.
Oh, God.
You can buy a half and half scarf.
You could do. You could buy a half and half scarf because at least it's got United on it.
It's got the red though, hasn't it?
Yeah, you can't be buying half and half scarves.
No.
Certainly not Leeds, Manchester United. Nonsense. Right. We won't have a question from Lee then because he probably thought he was going to be here.
No, we haven't. No.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, he's replied to me actually.
Has he? Has he got a question then?
No, he says hopefully back next week.
All right. Okay.
I'll let Coll have all the limelight, he says.
Oh, that's nice, isn't it? You know, Lee, what would he ask you if he was on here right now?
Good question. He'd probably ask me like, what was the film that I told my wife I was watching when I was actually watching the adult channel. He can answer that if he's on next week. I'm not going to answer that.
All right, okay.
You can ask him that. He'll tell you. You know, you can edit this one out, but it's called with George Clooney. But you can edit that bit out, and I guarantee you, he'll say that.
All right, so I'll edit it out just so that he can answer the question next week. All right, okay, fair enough. I was going to say, what's the matter with the?
It was nothing because it was that old scenario where the bill came in and it said adult channel on the bill. And I went, I don't know how that's on there. I subscribed to a movie. You know, that whole faux outrage of actually subscribing to something when it was old 9X, you know, back in the day. Before Pornhub and XNC, you know, all those things like, you know, those wonderful things before internet and stuff like that. It was just awful. Yeah, I was young, I was wild, you know.
Good stuff. Well, yeah, that was a bonus we were expecting. So, right. Well, there we go. But yeah, we'll find out next week if Lee knows that. Was Lee sat with you? Is that the point?
Oh no, he threw me under the bus. I told him about it.
I hope not.
Yeah, I hope not.
Oh God, no. I told him about it. He threw me under the bus with the wife.
Yeah. Let's let us move swiftly on. ChatGPT football quiz. Anyone? It's your first time, Coll, so you've got to go for the 90 seconds.
Okay, number 4.
Oh no, we're not doing it. We're not doing that.
Okay.
All right. I mean, we could do. But normally, if for first timers, we give you the 90 seconds, so you can see where you would be on that. What I mean, you got pretty good football knowledge, would you say?
Listen, have you seen my fantasy team?
Yeah, but you see, you can't read properly, so.
Oh well, there you go. Then you see, I've got great football knowledge. Then
you're doing. I'm putting it down to that now. You can't see the screen properly. But yes, so 90 seconds. We will obviously Steve will time for 90 seconds. Jersey Chris will do the scoring this week. And at the end of 90 seconds, Steve will say something related or something like that related to this week's episode. And it's like Mastermind. If I've started, I will finish the question and all of that good stuff. Right. So are you ready?
Go ahead.
Right. First question is, which club became West Ham United?
I don't know. East End United.
Thames Ironworks. That was a toughie. Who was the only goalkeeper to win the Premier League Golden Glove with 2 different clubs?
David Seaman.
Joe Hart.
Okay.
Same answer. Sorry. Who did Reece James join on loan in 2018? Weird question.
Wythenshawe Amateurs.
It was Wigan Athletic. It was WA. You were close. How many hat-tricks were scored in Southampton's 9-0 loss to Leicester in 2019?
2.
There were. You're right. Who won the 2014 World Cup Golden Boot?
What year?
It was 2014.
Davashuka.
It was James Rodriguez for Colombia. Who was the only player to score, assist, and get sent off in the same Premier League match?
Kiddo, who asked these questions?
ChatGPT.
Yeah. Steve Dunn.
Adebayor. Which African nation reached the quarterfinals of the 1990 World Cup?
Cameroon.
Yes. Who scored the fastest goal in World Cup history in
Brian
2002? It was Hakan Şükür
Oh.
in 2002. Who was the youngest player to score in a World Cup?
Noah Whiteside.
Pele.
Oh, really?
Apparently, according to this.
Well, I'll argue that point.
You're wasting your time. Which player has made the most Premier League appearances?
I love George Clooney.
Very good. Which player has made the most Premier League appearances? That's going to be the title of the pod. I'm sorry. There we go.
I don't know. I've lost my train of thought.
It was anyone know? Anyone ever guess?
What was the question?
Which player has made the most Premier League appearances?
I would say Ryan Giggs.
Gareth Barry, innit?
Gareth Barry, yeah.
That's
what you both said, wasn't it? Yes, it was Gareth Barry. So, what was the final score?
2.
2.
Well, I can't count myself.
You had some toughies there, though, to be fair.
Yeah, I think it was all staged.
Normally a lot easier than
You were setting me up to fail here. I can tell. You were setting me up to fail.
I wasn't. I don't know where the hell that Thames Ironworks one came from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly.
Even Chesney wouldn't have got
that one. When Chesney's on, we should ask him that question.
Yeah.
Let's see if he knows. Anyways, yeah, no, I do apologize because they were very, very, but it's random. It's what ChatGPT throws up.
Yeah, of course it is.
It threw up 2 questions in a row where the answer was Joe Hart. But
you didn't ask me that one.
No, because I thought you can't ask you the same. Can't be the same answer, can it? Or maybe it could. Anyways, you'll be pleased to know, Coll, that we're approaching the hour mark, so we are out of time on this week's pod. But it's gone quite fast this Friday morning. So thank you very much for joining us. And
time you've edited it, though, it'll be 45.
Yeah, exactly.
It wasn't. There's only a little bit to go out.
Yeah, I think we've got a good 50 odd minutes worth.
I mean, Leeds just messaged me saying, "I'm sorry, I missed you, pal." Oh, bless him.
Well, this Friday morning. Hopefully, we'll see him next week.
Yeah.
But yes, we'll wish you all the best in the championship this season. But I know you're staying up, so it doesn't matter.
That's it. I've got work to do now. I've got to log on shortly and to work.
Oh yes, it is Friday morning.
Yeah. You know what I mean. I log on at 8 o'clock and work till 4:30. So
yes, you need to be cracking on with that. But we have to say good luck to your football team as well. So kind of good luck to Man U as well this season. I feel obliged to say that.
Yeah, I mean you do, but the other two don't.
Yeah, but I don't lie, you know for a fact that if Man U get knocked out of the FA Cup, I'll be over the moon in the third round. But I just hope Middlesbrough draw Wolves in the third round of the FA Cup.
What is this? What is this with? I mean, just digressing slightly, but
Yeah.
I see that a lot of like rivalry between Palace and Brighton. I don't get it. They say it's a derby.
Palace
It's
and
not.
Brighton.
Yeah, it's not a derby.
rivalry.
It's
They
about
hate
an hour away in a train as well.
But
Yeah.
they do hate each other. Like,
But I don't get it.
absolutely hate-
I mean, I
don't know.
get Liverpool United, I get City United, I get Leeds United, and whatever, you know. But I just don't get the Palace thing, Palace Brighton thing.
No.
No.
Well, when Jim Daly's on in soon, we could ask him that question.
Yeah.
Big Palace fan. He would
Next
tell us.
week, in fact.
Is it next week? I knew it was coming
Oh.
soon. So yes, stay tuned for that one. Thanks, Colin. It was almost like you were primed to give us that seg into next week's show.
That's
Amazing.
what I do. It's the way I roll.
Well done. Well done. You can come on again.
Really?
Yeah, you can we want that review of
Or whatever it was you were watching.
Oh no, I'd rather have the review. of the
Listen,
dog. I
he'll
don't care.
I know what his answer will be as well. I'm not going to tell you if he explains the story the way I told it him. Yeah, it's even worse.
Right. Okay. I can't wait. This cliffhanger. It's going to be fun next
Yeah.
week. I'll make notes so we don't forget. Anyway, but yes, thanks once again. Good luck to yourself. Good luck to Manu, he says. And remember, you can follow us on Twitter at SWYW_FPL. If you're watching on YouTube, why not guess the film as well? Join in, see what films Coll was allegedly watching instead of the naughty ones that he was watching. And we might discuss it next week. But yes, thanks to you, Steve. Thanks to you, Jersey Chris, as well. By the way, did you win padel last week when you were racing?
Oh yeah, I did. I won 4 sets. 4 sets in a row.
Amazing.
That's really good.
That's good work on a Friday morning. Anyway, but yes, they think it's all over. It is for another week. Enjoy your international break and enjoy your footballing week. Keep on singing and keep on winning. Goodbye.
Bye. Cheers, guys.
Get out of my podcast.